Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. And today's video is going to be an update on the Chris Watts case. As I told you in my last video, Colorado is supposed to release some interview notes and some audio files of an interview they conducted with him last month. But before we get into the video, if you enjoy the videos on this channel, if you enjoy the commentary on this channel, please like, share, and subscribe so that we can grow the channel. So let's get into the article. Chris Watts reveals gruesome details about the day he killed his pregnant wife, daughters. Now, I don't know why he decided he wanted to do this. I don't know if this was a request. I don't know if he just was, being haunted so bad that he had to come out and give these details. But it's a sad story. This little video right here, I'm not going to play it, but you can search YouTube. Plenty of YouTubers have shown this video. You can search Google. But this video right here is the day that they called him in for questioning after he did his interview on the news where he acted so innocent in this whole situation. This is the video where they interrogated him and they had administered a lie detector test. And you can watch the entire lie detector test. And by the end of the lie detector test, the lady with the stripes, she straight up told him he was lying, and they were kind of calm with him, I thought. At one point at the end of the confession, the one guy detective had his arms around him, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I don't know if they were doing that just to keep him talking, but this is the confession that he made, and where he lied and said that Shanann had killed the girl, so he killed Shanann. The Colorado man serving multiple life sentences for killing his family revealed recently in a prison interview that after he murdered his pregnant wife and his youngest daughter, his oldest daughter pleaded with him not to do the same to her. So he killed the mother first, then I believe Cece is the youngest daughter. So he killed her, and then he killed the oldest daughter. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm not saying that he's not telling the truth. He may be telling the truth because he's haunted. His soul is haunted by what he did. But this man is a psychopath. He's a liar, So I'm hoping that he's telling the truth and that he's just not making this up because he needs attention on him. I hope that is not the case. But if this is what has happened, this even shows you what a real monster this man really is. Christopher Watts, 33, pleaded guilty in November to murdering his wife Shanann and daughters Bella, 4, and Celeste, 3, and they call Celeste Cece, last August, and is serving 3 consecutive life sentences. So that means that he has to serve each sentence one at a time. This man is never, ever getting out of prison. He will die in prison. And he has only to thank Shanann's family for that, because they're the only reason why he gets to live. Attorneys for Shanann's parents, Sandy and Frank Ruzek, I don't know if I'm saying their name correctly, said on Dr. Phil that in a February 18th prison interview with the FBI, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, and the Frederick Police Department, Watts disclosed brutal details about the night he killed his family. Okay, so Shanann's parents was on the Dr. Phil show. I work during the day, so I don't get to watch television during the day. And I guess these police departments disclosed to them what happened in that interview. I want to know, why were they interviewing him on February the 18th? The man had been sentenced and he got and found guilty. So I just don't know why they're rehashing all this stuff. I don't understand. Written notes and audio files from the interview are expected to be released as a part of the Colorado Open Records Act. So they should be released tomorrow. One of Ruzek's lawyers, Stephen Lambert, said to Dr. Philip C. McGraw that Watts told investigators that his daughters did not see him kill their mother. I pray to God that's the case. But Bella had walked into the bedroom after he strangled her and was wrapping her in a sheet and asked, "What are you doing with mommy?" Oh, that is terrible. So what I'm thinking is they must have been making noise, or there must have been a commotion, because Shanann got home from that business trip. Remember, he killed her the same night she came home from a business trip. She got home from the business trip like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So there must have been some type of commotion that woke Bella up, as she got out of her bed and wanted to see what was going on. And he probably seen his father looking crazed and wrapping the mother up, and then asked what was he doing. I wonder if she had stayed in the room. Was his plan still to kill the kids, or did he feel like he had to kill them because she saw him? It just leaves more questions in my mind. Because I can't wrap my head around why he would kill his family. All he had to do was divorce them, but he wanted to take what he thought was the easy way out. He then loaded the girls and his wife's body in his truck and drove them 45 minutes to the property of Anadarko Petroleum, where Watts worked, Lambert said the parents learned from the Watts interview. Okay, so that means Cece must have still been asleep. So he had to wake Cece up, get Bella in the car, and he's got his dead wife's body. And everybody, well, I don't know if everybody knows, but when you're dealing with dead weight, that is a lot. That's a lot of weight when you deal with somebody that, is dead, or they're limp and they can't move, or they're in a vegetative state. They're really heavy. So I can't even imagine how he was getting all this done and then putting those girls in that car. And then what about the girls knowing that something is wrong with the mother, especially Bella, because Bella was the oldest. Cece was 3, so I don't know if she would have known, but I believe that Bella knew something wasn't right. And he put them in the car with their mother's body. I'm guessing he might have put the mother in the front seat and them in the back. I don't know, but they probably could look at their mother and tell that she wasn't alive. And he drove them for 45 minutes in the car. What were in their car doing? Daddy, what are you doing? Where are you taking? Oh my gosh, they had to be terrified, especially Bella. They had to be terrified in a scene like that. Watts threw Shanann into a shallow ditch on the work site, and then with Celeste's favorite blanket, Cece, he smothered her to death, Lambert said. So he probably told the girls, "Stay in the car. I'll be right back." He buried the mother, and I don't know if he had the car parked close enough where they could see him burying her. I don't know. At this point, I wouldn't put it past him. If he's telling the truth in this story, I wouldn't put it past him, because he's evil, okay? And I'm quite sure that night the evilness was just at top notch, okay? So he probably didn't even care at that point. So he went back to the car and then he killed the kids. At that point, Bella said, "Please, Daddy, don't do to me what you just did to Cece." Oh my gosh. So he watched her kill her sister, and then he killed her. And he probably killed the girls because he knew that they were old enough to tell the police that Daddy did it, or Daddy hurt Mommy. So he figured he didn't have any other choice in the matter but to kill them. But when your own daughter pleads for her life and then you still do it, just like she wasn't even a part of you, that you didn't even help create this little girl. These girls. It's just sad. He then killed Bella. And here's a picture of them. The girls' bodies were found submerged in oil, because remember, he put each one of them in one of these real big oil drums. So one went in one oil drum and the other one went in another oil drum. They were side by side. And Shanann's body was found buried in the shallow grave on the property. There was a struggle from Bella. There were signs that she fought for her life, Lambert said. And I remember they did say that. And that Cece, there was no signs of a struggle from her. So I don't know if she was asleep in the car. I don't know. I think of the things that have been hard for the Ruzeks to comprehend and to accept in this reality. What happened to Bella in those last moments have been the hardest, Lambert added. Obviously, the question becomes how much were Bella and Cece aware of what might have been happening in those 45 minutes on their drive to where their bodies were placed. Yeah, and Chris Watts, he seems like the type when he was in that car with his dead wife and his children who he knew he was going to kill, he probably wasn't talking to them. He probably just went stone cold, and they probably were trying to, Daddy, where are we going? And, oh my gosh, this is terrible. Watts first told police that his wife and vanished, and he didn't know where they were. Then he confessed that he had killed his wife, who was 15 weeks pregnant. 15 weeks pregnant, because he had caught her in the act of killing the girls, which was what that video I showed you, that was where you would see him say that. However, in the prison interview, he says he and Shanann had a fight the night of the murders, during which he confessed to an affair and said he wanted a divorce, at which point Shanann threatened to take away the girls. So why didn't he just let her take away the girls? Why kill the girls? Why kill her? If you say you wanted a divorce, how did him saying he wanted a divorce lead to him murdering her? He already told her he wanted the divorce. Like I said, he's given this interview, this confession. I don't know if it's because he can't sleep at night. He feels like their ghost is haunting them. Or if he's just doing this for attention and he's not telling the truth. It is so unfair, I think, that they're rehashing this and giving this man the time of day. He's already been convicted. He already has his 3 consecutive life sentences. There's nothing else I would want to know. So now the parents have to sit and think about those last moments. And maybe some people want to know those last moments. I don't think I could bear it. But that's me. So I would just love to know why they decided to go listen to him. Because I wouldn't want to hear anything he had to say. We already know they all suffered the way that the bodies were found. So, again, tomorrow they will be releasing the audio tapes and other things. And I'm going to try my best to find those so I can post them on the channel. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.